20 Small, 22 Smith, 23 Gross, and number 10 Zucker. Ball's up, tipped by Hamilton to Haverkamp. Haverkamp will bring it up for the Ramblers. Haverkamp picks it up, got nobody. He gives it to Brunick. Back to Haverkamp. Haverkamp starting to play. Starts to dribble, gives it to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh looks down, passes over to Brunick up top. Brunick goes up for the three. His three is no good. Rebounded by the Aggies. It's given to Small. Small brings it down. Small looking. He drives to the corner, hands off to Sheridan. Sheridan passes to Zucker. Zucker gives it to Smith in the corner. Smith goes up for three, and his three's good. Brunick takes it out. Beal City coming right out with a press. It's inbounded to Haverkamp, guarded by Smith. Haverkamp makes it over half court. He drives all the way in, goes and passes to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh goes up. Rodenbaugh's hook shot is good. Small with the ball now for the Aggies. He brings it up. Small goes in for the layup. His layup is no good. Rebounded by Drew Hamilton, given to Haverkamp. Haverkamp slows down, lets his team get down to the other side to set it up, gives it to Pollington in the corner, back to Haverkamp. Haverkamp brings it around the horn, passes out to Hamilton, gives it to Brunick. Brunick back to Haverkamp. Haverkamp with the long three. His three is short. Rebounded by Rodenbaugh, goes up for the rebound, and it's good. Small with the ball now. Tries to hand off to Zucker. It's tipped. He gets the ball anyway. Zucker drives through the lane, goes up, and his layup draws a foul. Charge. Zucker got a charge on that one. Pollington took it. It's inbounded to Haverkamp. Beal City still with a press. Haverkamp loses the ball, bounces it off of Smith's foot. Brings it over half court. He's going to go all the way in. Passes to Rodenbaugh down below. Wide open layup, and it's good for two by Rodenbaugh. Small with the ball now. Small tries to hand off. No good. They're going to get him with a carry. Hamilton with the ball now. He's going to inbound it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp guarded by Smith. Haverkamp slows down just about half court, then goes over. Haverkamp goes all the way around, goes up for the two. It's short, rebounded by Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh goes up for two, and his two is good. Rodenbaugh with those good putbacks and layups got the Ramblers their 8 points, their 5-point lead. Timeout. It's snack time, brought to you by Little Town Jerky. All right, back from the timeout, it's going to be, I believe it's, yep, Aggie ball. Passed into Small. Small's bringing it down for the Aggies. Pass to Zucker. Into 32 in the corner. Pass to Smith. Smith goes up for the three. His three is no good. Rebounded by Brunick. Pass to Haverkamp. Haverkamp just goes. Receives a screen from Brunick. Uses it. Goes through two defenders. Loses the ball in the paint. They're going to give it to the Aggies. Gross inbounds to Small. Small gives it to Zucker in the corner. Zucker brings it around. Gives it to Elias in the corner. Elias drives. Tried to pass to Gross. It was blocked and Brunick touched it well out of bounds. So it's going to stay with the Aggies. Small takes it out. Passes to Elias for the 2. 2 is no good. Haverkamp with the ball now. Haverkamp goes. Dribbles around the top. Passes to Pollington. Given to Rodenbaugh, who circles around for the 2, and his 2 falls. That puts 10 points on the night for Rodenbaugh. Small with the ball. Goes up for the 2. It's rebounded by Hamilton. Hamilton's just going to go. Passes to Brunick. Brunick goes all the way. Up for 2, and it's good. 2 points for Brunick. It's inbounded to Small. Small's going to go. Passes down to Smith. Smith pulls it back. Gives it back to Small. Small passes to Gross. Gives it to Smith. Smith is dribbling around. Drives into the lane. Passes over to Elias. Elias out to Zucker at the 3. Zucker shoots the 3. 3 falls. Haverkamp with the ball for the Ramblers. Brings it up fast. Gives it to Pollington. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton drives in. Kicks it back out to Haverkamp. Haverkamp pulls back, lets them reset. Tries to give it to him. They're going to get Brunick with a foul down below. Checking in, it looks like we have Walcott and Butler for the Aggies. Smith brings it down. Small having checked out. Small to Elias. Over to Walcott. Zucker in the corner for the 3. His 3 falls. Hamilton takes it out, passes into Haverkamp. Haverkamp passes to Brunick at the 3, gives it to Pollington in the corner. Pollington goes up for 3, and it's good. Walcott passes to Smith. Smith now gives it to Elias. Elias goes and drives to the basket. He goes up for the 2. His 2 is good. They're going to have a Rambler timeout. 30-second timeout. Rambler ball out of the timeout. Excuse me. Hamilton takes it out for the Ramblers. Aggies set up their press. It looks like a man-to-man press. It's inbounded to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh is going to take it down the sideline. They're going to get a block on 32 Elias. Gross checks in for Elias for the Aggies. Rodenbaugh inbounds it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp calls out a play, dribbles around while they get it set up. Goes to pass to Rodenbaugh, but he's covered. Passes long to Brunick. Brunick gets it, though. Pass back to Haverkamp. Haverkamp gets a screen from Brunick, doesn't use it, goes around, goes up for the 2, and his 2 is good. Small with the ball now. Small gives it to Zucker's in the corner. Zucker brings it around the top, goes back in for a layup, no good. He gives it to Butler. Butler passes long to the out of bounds. Checking in for the Aggies, we have Smith and Sheridan for Butler and Zucker. Hamilton passes into Haverkamp. Gives it to Hamilton. Hamilton's going to drive to the hoop. They're going to get a block on number 22. Yep, Smith. Ref looked like he wanted to call a charge first, changed his mind and called a block. Haverkamp with the ball now. He inbounds it to Hamilton. Hamilton's going to go up for two. His two falls, and it's good. Small with the ball for the Aggies. Gives it to Walcott. Walcott drives in, pulls it back out, hands off to Gross. Gross is going to go up for the three. They're going to get him with a travel before, though. Checking in for the Ramblers, Thomas Maloney for Case and Pollington. Haverkamp brings it up once again for the Ramblers. Gets a screen from Brunick, drives all the way, kicks it out to Maloney. Tried to kick it out to Maloney, it was tipped. He recovered the ball, gives it to Maloney. Maloney passes to Haverkamp. Gets a screen from Brunick. Hands off to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh's going to go up for the three. It was tipped, it looked like, so it's no good. It's rebounded by Brunick, who gives it to Haverkamp. Given to Maloney. Maloney up at the top finds Hamilton. Hamilton goes and drives in. He's going to go up for the two. His two is no good. Rebounded by Brunick. Brunick goes up for two. No good. Rebounded by himself. Tries to go back up. It's tipped out of hands. It ends up with Haverkamp. Lots of people on the floor. Haverkamp now. Scream from Rodenbaugh. Does not use it. Goes in. And that will be the end of the quarter. Lots of scrambling towards the end of that quarter. All right, starting out the second quarter, we have McBain Ramblers 19, Beal City Aggies 11. Small with the ball for the Aggies, coming out of starting the quarter. It's passed to Small. Small passes to Gross. Gross tries to go, gives it to Smith out at the three-point. Smith passes in to Sheridan. Sheridan kicks it out to Gross. Gross goes and fakes at the three, goes up. It's given to Smith. Smith to Small. Small goes up for the three. Three is good. Nice ball movement by the Aggies right there. Creates an open shot. Haverkamp with the ball now. He gets a screen from Brunick. Haverkamp passes off to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh kicks it to Brunick. Brunick down low to Hamilton. pass wasn't quite there, but Hamilton gets it and gives it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp thinks about the three, but then dribbles around the three-point line and back out. Gives it to Rodenbaugh, who gives it to Hamilton. Hamilton's going to get a screen from Rodenbaugh, and he's going to try and dribble in. Tries to kick it to Haverkamp in the corner. It gets there. Haverkamp goes up for the three. No good. Rebounded by Hamilton. Hamilton now kicks it over to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh goes up for the three. His three is no good either, and it's rebounded by Smith. Smith's going to go flying down the court. He's going to go all the way for his layup. His layup is no good. Rebounded by Brunick. Brunick gives it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp. They're going to get Brunick with a moving screen. Zucker and Elias checking in for the Aggies. Walcott and Butler. Yep, Butler, sorry. Checking out. Small with the ball for the Aggies. Hands off to Elias. Elias gets a screen from Gross, who kicks it to Zucker in the corner. His three is no good. Rebounded by Maloney, who gives it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp does not use a screen from Rodenbaugh. Haverkamp now picks up his dribble, gives it to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh dribbles around, gives it to Brunick. Brunick to Maloney. Maloney to Hamilton. Hamilton to Haverkamp. Haverkamp to Rodenbaugh. Bit of a slow offense being run. Gives it to Brunick. Brunick goes up for the two by the free throw. It's rebounded by Hamilton. Hamilton goes up for two, and it's good. Patient offense by the Ramblers. Small now with the ball. He's just going to go all the way. Kicks it out to Elias. Elias goes up, no good, and it's rebounded by Gross. Gross goes up for two. His two is no good. Rebounded by Rodenbaugh, who gives it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp's going to bring it up for the Ramblers. Doesn't use a screen from Rodenbaugh. Uses Brunick's screen. Goes up for the two. His two is no good. Rebounded by Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh goes up for two, and it's good. Small with the ball. Brings it around, gives it to Zucker. Zucker gives it back to Smallman corner. He's going to drive baseline, kick it over to Smith out at the three. His three goes up, no good. Rebounded by Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh kicks it way down to Brunick. Brunick's going to go up for two, and his two is good. Ball is inbounded to Small. Small's going to slow it down for the Aggies. Nice fast play. Good job to Rodenbaugh for seeing Brunick down below. Small goes up for a two and gets fouled on the way up. They're going to get an and one. Haverkamp looking like he's talking to his team, looking for a little bit of help defense there. Checking in, we have 24 Winkle, 44 Ealing. Brunick and Haverkamp come out. Small's and one is good. Full Aggie timeout. It's snack time, brought to you by Little Town Jerky. Out of the timeout, it will be Rambler ball. Hamilton takes it out. Ref's telling him that he can run the baseline since it was a shot made. Running ball with the ball now. Receives no screen. Thought he would. Running ball dribbles around the top. Gives it to Maloney. Maloney now kicks it over to Hamilton. Hamilton hands off to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh's going to shoot the three. His three is no good. Rebounded by Smith. Nope, Smith has the ball now. Small with the ball at the three-point. Ooh, he could have shot that. That was kicks it to Smith. Smith shoots the three. His three is no good. Butler goes up for the shot, but before the shot, they're going to get Rodenbaugh with a foul. It's before the shot. They're setting up for shooting, but it's an on-the-ground foul. All right, now. Small takes it out for the Aggies. It's inbounded to Long, out of bounds. Since the pass went out of bounds before anybody touched it, they're going to be passing in from the same spot. So it's inbounded to Winkle. Winkle with pressure applied, receives the screen from Rodenbaugh, chooses not to use it, dribbles down. He's double teamed. Given to Ealing. Ealing now gives it to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh kicks it to Maloney up top. Maloney dribbles around. He goes into the lane. Gonna kick it out to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh goes up for two, and it's good. Small takes it up for the Aggies. Given to Smith. Smith out to Elias. Elias goes up for three, no good. Rebounded by Butler. Butler kicks it, and it gets into Rodenbaugh's hands. Rodenbaugh brings it up. Rodenbaugh kicks it to Maloney. Maloney down low to Winkle. It's out of bounds, so it's going to go to the Aggies. Zucker takes it out, passes into Small. Small looking at his coach, wondering what they're supposed to be running. Small up top, kicks it to Zucker. Over to Elias. Elias looks, he gives it to Smith, who drives up for two. His two is no good, rebounded by Butler. Butler goes up, and it's good. Hamilton now inbounds it to Winkle. Spin move, he's going to bring it up. Gives it to Rodenbaugh. Over to Maloney. Maloney dribbles, gives it to Hamilton. Gives it to Rodenbaugh in the corner for three. Three is no good. It's rebounded by Small. Small kicks over to Butler. Pass goes right through his hands. It's going to be Rambler ball. Checking in for the Ramblers is Haverkamp for Rodenbaugh. And Skierbeck for Hamilton. All right, Skierbeck taking the ball out, inbounds it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp flies down the court. Gives it to Winkle. Winkle passes it out of bounds. Limping a little bit. All right, Smith with the ball now for the Aggies. Gets a screen from Gross. Smith goes all the way to the hoop, goes up for two, no good. Gross rebounds, gives it to Walcott out at the three. His three does not fall. Smith with the rebound now, passes to Winkle. Winkle slows down, gives it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp to Winkle. Winkle brings it around the top, back to the corner, back to the top. Passes to Skierbeck. Out to Haverkamp. Haverkamp pulling back to set stuff up. It's passed to Maloney. Over to Skierbeck. Skierbeck down low to Walcott. Walcott's going to go back the other way for Aggies. Loses the ball. They're going to get him with a carry. Aggie turnover. It's Rambler ball. Haverkamp looking for help, passing it in. Winkle will take it out. Subs for the Aggies, we have Jackson for Zucker. Inbounded to Haverkamp. 40 seconds on the clock now. It's a dead ball. It's passed to Ealing. They're going to get a foul on Gross. Winkle takes it out for the Ramblers. Inbounds it to Haverkamp. Passes to Winkle, passes to Ealing. Winkle gives it to Skierbeck. Skierbeck goes to the corner. Gonna drive baseline. Kicks it out to Haverkamp at the 3. 3 is shot. No good. Rebounded by Smith. They're gonna get Smith with a double dribble. Rambler ball on their side of the court. Winkle takes it out. Inbounds it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp kicks it to Maloney. Maloney goes, kicks it to Skierbeck. Skierbeck shoots. No good. Rebounded by nobody. It's the end of the half. Going into halftime, you have your McBain Ramblers 27, Beal City Aggies 19.
If you're looking to settle down in beautiful Central Michigan, look no further than Arrow Homes. Family owned and operated since 1972, Arrow Homes offers an innovative process of home construction that saves you money and time without sacrificing quality. Their top-of-the-line construction workers have 15 years of experience building homes. You can see some of their work on their website. They are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them at 231-328-4318 or in their website at arrowhomes.com.
McLain Transmission and Auto Sales. Transmission repair and vehicle sales in Northern Michigan. Locally owned and operated. Being a member of the community means that we take pride in the work that we do for our neighbors. You can expect honest and expert service from us. Every repair, every sale, every time. Servicing Cadillac, Lake City, Manton, Mesick, Big Rapids, Traverse City, and surrounding areas. Located on 2730 South LaChance Road, Lake City, Michigan. Call us at 231-779-1394 or check out our website at McLainTransmission.com.
Welcome everybody to the halftime report. It's me, Grayson Guernsey, and so far in this game, it's been very exciting, really. Both teams are just doing a good job, doing fast breaks back and forth down the court, and I mean, it's just an exciting game to watch so far. McBain's leading scorer right now is going to be Josh Rodenball with 14 points in total. I mean, he's been doing a good job underneath that backboard and inside the 3-point line range of being able to put up the shots, and Score, yeah. And then the leading rebounder right now is going to be Trenton Brunick. He's doing a good job of just boxing out his opponents, jumping up there and getting the rebounds. I mean, one of the key things of being a big is you got to learn how to box out. One thing I was always taught is to use your shoulders. I mean, if you got sharp shoulders, then he was also kind of dig into your guys' dig into the dude that you're on's sides or something like that, kind of get him away from you. But and then leading assist person has got to be Colton Haverkamp with 2 so far, and he's also has a total of 2 points so far in this game. And the other person with the most points is Drew Hamilton with 4 and Trenton Brunick with 4. So both of them are just doing really good so far. There hasn't been many free throws at all. There's been 0 so far in this game if you've been watching. So there hasn't been that many fouls really. So far, there's only been 3 on the McBain side. I don't know about the Beal City side. But yeah, it's just been a very exciting game, and hopefully the second half is going to be a lot more action-packed. I mean, this half was a really action-packed, but you know, it's basketball. Let's hope for some more action. And what else do we got right here? Rebounds so far, leaders is again it's Trenton Brunick, and then second place is tied with Josh Rodenbaugh with 4, Drew Hamilton with 4, Trenton Brunick has 5, and Colton Haverkamp with 1 rebound right now. And assists, I think I already said this, but Colton Haverkamp leads with 2 assists so far. Runner-up is going to be Drew Hamilton with 1 assist, and Thomas Maloney with 1 assist as well. So far, the leader of steals is kind of tied because Braden Winkle has 1 steal, and then Josh Rodenbaugh has 1 steal. So far, Josh Rodenbaugh has been having a really, really good game. I mean, the first couple of games, Josh Rodenbaugh scored like 21 points against Reed City. So for being a freshman, he's doing really, really, really good so far in this JV debut. Later tonight, it's going to be the varsity basketball against Beal City, and that will start as soon as the JV game is done. I think that's going to be at about 6 or so when the varsity game is going to start, and then I'll see you there. This has been the Halftime Report, brought to you by Grayson Guernsey.
Northern Truck Service, established in 2015 by John Skierbeck. It's a full diesel mechanic shop that can do anything from changing a light bulb to a full rebuild. With a stock of most parts, they can get you back on the road in no time.
Reedy's is a family restaurant on Main Street in McBain. Their menu has something for everyone from kids' meals and pizza or burgers to their entrees such as grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, pasta dishes, and the best barbecue ribs or chicken around. Tuesday through Thursdays, Reedy's is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, they close at 9 p.m. And Sundays, they are not open at all. Food for your mood.
Here at Shepherd's Agency in downtown McBain, we are your local and trusted source for all your insurance needs. We truly appreciate our clients and we work hard to provide them with the best coverage at a fair price. If you're not already a client of ours, contact us and let us see what we can do for you. Call us at 231-825-2411. Stop in the office or visit us online at shepherdsagency.com.
Come shop at the family-owned Lakeside Ace Hardware, where you'll always leave satisfied. We pride ourselves at giving customers top-of-the-line products such as Benjamin Moore paint, Traeger grills, Uni ovens, and much more. We provide great tools from companies like Milwaukee and DeWalt, but our best product is our customer service. Our friendly staff is always happy to help you get what you need to make a perfect house better. The price is always right here at Lakeside Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
All right, we're back after the half. McBain Ramblers 27, Beal City Aggies 19. Ramblers are going to start out the half with the ball. Rodenbaugh inbounds it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp's going to take it. He passes over to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh over to Hamilton. Hamilton goes, looks around, finds Pollington. Pollington dribbles around the horn, gives it to Brunick. Brunick down below to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh goes up for two. His two is no good. Rebounded by Haverkamp. Haverkamp goes up, no good. Rebounded by out of bounds on Haverkamp or Hamilton, one of them. Small with the ball. Small, hands off to Sheridan. Sheridan passes to Small in the corner. Passes long to Zucker. Zucker drives, kicks it back out to Small. Small over to Zucker in the corner. Zucker drives, baseline, goes up for two. His two is good. Saw the clear path and took it. Haverkamp with the ball now. Gets a screen from Brunick, gives it to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh up for three. The three is good. Small brings it up for the Aggies. Hands off to Zucker. Zucker back to Small in the corner. Drives baseline, kicks it out long to Smith. Smith up for the three. No good. Rebounded long by Sheridan. Sheridan goes into the lane, passes out to Zucker. Zucker drives baseline, kicks it out to Gross. Gross up for 2, no good. Rebounded by Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh passes to Haverkamp. Haverkamp brings it up for the Ramblers. Haverkamp's going to drive, kicks it out to Pollington. Pollington saves the ball, shoots the long 3. The 3 is no good. Rebounded. A scramble for the rebound. It gets knocked out of bounds by the Aggies, and it's going to stay with the Ramblers. Haverkamp now passes to Brunick. Brunick's going to draw a foul. Brunick goes to the line for 2. First shot goes up and it's good. Second shot goes up and it also falls. Small brings it up. Small dribbles around the top. Kicks it out to Smith. Smith goes to try and drive baseline. Kicks it to what was an attempt, and it ends up in Haverkamp's hands. He goes up for the 2, no good. But got fouled. So he will go to the line now. First shot goes up, falls. Checking in for the Aggies is number 32, Elias, for number 40, Sheridan. Haverkamp's second free throw is also good. Gross takes it out, passes into Small. He'll take the ball up for the Aggies. Pass to Zucker. Zucker goes, passes to Elias. They're going to get a travel. Jackson's going to check in for Small. On that travel, you often see it where they'll kick their leg out and almost like an attempted fake, and oftentimes it's a travel. Haverkamp gets the ball. He's going to drive all the way into the lane, kicks it out to Pollington. Pollington shoots the 3. Splash. Jackson passes to Smith. Smith goes, kicks it out to Elias. Elias goes and drives. I don't know if that was an attempted shot or pass, but it ends up in the Ramblers' hands. Haverkamp kicks it way down to Pollington. Pollington wide open at the 3. There he goes again. Second 3 in a row for Pollington. Zucker with the ball now for Beal City. Drives all the way in. His 2 is no good, and there is no rebounders for Beal City Aggies, so rebounded by Rodenbaugh. Haverkamp with the ball now. He brings it around. Kicks it over to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh shoots the 3. His 3 is no good. Rebounded, attempted rebound by Brunick. Tries to bounce it off of Beal City, but Jackson catches it. Gives it over to Smith. Smith now drives all the way. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Haverkamp, who turned right into an Aggie. Struggle for the ball. It's going to stay with the Ramblers. Number 10, Brennan Cucci checking in for 5, Drew Hamilton. Inbounded to Haverkamp. Haverkamp, screen from Brunick, doesn't quite drive off it, but he drives off the one from Cucci, gives it to Cucci, who gives it to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh uses a screen from Cucci, fake handoff. No good shot, Aggies with the ball now. Zucker with the ball, gives it over to Smith. Smith to Gross. Gross drives in. He goes up for the 2. They're going to call a foul, and Gross is going to the line for 2. First free throw is no good. Checking in for the Ramblers, we have number 32, Landon Kurt, for 12, Trenton Burnick. The foul was called on Burnick. That'll be his 3rd of the game. First team foul of the quarter. Second free throw goes up, no good. Rebounded, though, by Zucker. Zucker wide open at the 3. He's going to shoot it. The 3 counted? Okay, the 3 counted, but they're going to get a foul underneath, and it's going to be Rambler ball. Haverkamp with the ball now. We're going to get another foul called. This one on 23, Gross. His 2nd, team's 4th. Rodenbaugh takes it out for the Ramblers, inbounds it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp's going to go up for 2 and get fouled. He's going to the line for 2. Foul was called on Elias. His 3rd, team's 5th. That puts the Ramblers in bonus for the quarter. With 3 minutes and 36 seconds left. First free throw foul. Checking in for the Aggies, you have 42 Butler and 44 Locke. Elias and Gross check out. Second free throw goes up, no good. Rebounded by Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh kicks it out to Haverkamp. Haverkamp now drives into the lane, kicks it out to Kurt. Kurt gives it to Cucci. Cucci over to Pollington. Pollington shoots the 3. 3, no good. Rebounded long by Smith. Smith goes up. They're going to get a charge. Brennan Cucci takes the charge. Foul for 22. That is the team's 6th foul. Haverkamp gives it to Rodenbaugh. Haverkamp with the ball now for the Ramblers, gives it over to Pollington. Pollington guarded now that he's had 2 threes. Gives it to Cucci down low. Cucci's 2 is no good. Rebounded by both Aggies, Locke and McBain's Haverkamp, so it's a jump ball. Aggie ball. Smith with the ball for the Aggies. He brings it down. Passes long down to Zucker. Nobody there. Didn't see him down below. Wide open layup. Coach Cucci calls a timeout for the Ramblers. 30-second timeout. It's snack time, brought to you by Little Town Jerky. All right. Rambler ball out of the timeout. Rodenbaugh passes in long to Haverkamp. Haverkamp now, he drives all the way in, goes up for the 2, no good. Rebounded by Butler, who gives it to Zucker. Zucker's just gonna go, kicks it out to Smith at the 3. He shoots the 3, no good. Rebounded by Locke. Big time travel there. Subs, Thomas Maloney and somebody for the Aggies. All right, Haverkamp with the ball now. He's guarded by Small. Haverkamp's gonna go, kicks it out to Cucci. Cucci shoots the 3. It looks like it's out. It's rebounded by Maloney. Maloney now gives it over to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh shoots the 3. His 3 is good. Small takes it out. He inbounds it to Jackson, who gives it back to Small. Small's going to drive all the way in. He goes up for 2. His 2 is no good. Rebounded by Kurt. Tipped to him by Rodenbaugh. Haverkamp brings it up for the Ramblers. He's going to drive all the way in, and they're going to get a charge on Haverkamp. Smith took the charge. That's Haverkamp's second foul on the night. Team's second of the quarter. Walcott checks in for the Aggies. Jackson comes out. Locke inbounds it to Small. Small over to Smith. Smith's going to drive through the lane, gives it to Locke at the baseline. He shoots, no good. Rebounded by Haverkamp. Haverkamp now brings it down. Calls out a play. Gives it to Cucci. Cucci now looks, finds Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh up at the 3, dribbles. He finds Maloney. Maloney's going to go up for the 3. His 3 is no good. In and out. Rebounded by Ealing. Ealing tries to go up. Lots of hands everywhere. Scuffle down below. They're going to get Ealing with a travel. He stood up with the ball after being on the ground. Butler checks in for Locke for the Aggies. Small brings it up for the Aggies. Not touching the ball. Does touch the ball. Clock doesn't start till they do. Walcott with the ball now. Gets it into Sheridan. Sheridan goes up for 2. They're going to call 3 seconds on number 22, Smith. Number 20, Franklin checks into the game for the Ramblers. Cucci comes out. It's inbounded to Maloney. Maloney now. Gives it to Rodenbaugh. It's tipped. Ends up in Small's hands. Small's going to go and kick it to Sheridan. Sheridan now kicks it out because he was almost out of bounds. It finds its way into Smith's hands. Goes to Small. Goes to Sheridan in the corner. Sheridan's 3 is no good. Rebounded by Haverkamp. 35 seconds now. Haverkamp pulls back. They're going to get Small with a foul. His second, team 7th. Subs in for McBain. Number 30, Krudoff. In 24, Winkle. They've got to have a shooter. Winkle comes back out. Rodenbaugh has to shoot. He came out of the game. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm a little confused. This year, basketball went to team fouls by the quarter. So at 5, we start shooting free throws, but they got to 7 and they went to bonus. Rodenbaugh's not shooting. Haverkamp is. It looks like we're back to the old way, where if you get to 17 fouls, it's one-on-one shooting, and 10 fouls is double bonus. Like I said, I'm a little confused because the rules changed this year. I don't know if they changed back, maybe. Haverkamp's free throw is good, but he's shooting 22. They were just in single bonus. Now they're in double bonus, so they did not go back to the old way. They just thought they did for a second. Haverkamp's second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Ealing. Ealing kicks it over to Krudoff, who gives it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp thinks about the long three, but starts to dribble, pulls back a little bit. Looks to set up a play, picked up his dribble. It's a dead ball now. He tries to find Franklin. It's stolen by Walcott. Walcott's going to go up for two, and it falls. Franklin now goes to pass it in. He finds Haverkamp. There is no time left, and that is the end of the third quarter. I apologize for the confusion on the free throw shooting after fouls. They got all the way to 7 fouls before they started shooting free throws, and it's supposed to be after 5 per the quarter. So, it does look like we're going by the quarter because they just erased team fouls. All right. Going into the fourth quarter, you have your McBain Ramblers at 45 and Beal City Aggies 28. Alrighty, starting out the fourth quarter, like I said, we have your Ramblers at 45, Aggies at 28. Doesn't look like the lineup's changed. It'll be Aggie ball going into the fourth quarter. Small takes it out. Countdown has started. He finds Walcott. Walcott's going to drive. He almost loses the ball. Gives it to Small. Small's out at 3, gets a screen. He's going to drive into the lane. He tries to kick over to Gross. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by a Rambler. Aggie ball. Gross takes it out for them. Checking into the game, we have number 40, Carter Murphy, for 44, Ealing. Inbounded to Small. Small's going to drive the lane. He goes up, no good. It's going to be out of bounds on an Aggie. Rambler ball underneath. Beal City still applying pressure. It's given to Winkle. Winkle's going to go up the side. No foul. It's going to be Aggie ball on the side. Small inbounds. No, he doesn't. Now he inbounds to Gross. They're going to get Murphy with a hold. His first, team's first to the quarter. Inbounded to Smith. Smith loses the ball. There's a scramble. It finds its way into Sheridan's hands. Tries to go back to Smith. It's tipped out of bounds by Maloney. He tries to join the Aggies on their bench. Sheridan takes it out for the Aggies. Passes into Gross. Gross goes up for 2, no good. Rebounded by Walcott, and they're going to get a foul. So Walcott's going to go to the line for 2. Foul was called on Krudoff, his first, team's second of the quarter. First free throw is no good. Zucker checks into the game for the Aggies. Number 4, Sheridan, comes out. He does not look impressed. Walcott's second free throw goes up, and it's in. Maloney takes it out for the Ramblers. Inbounds it to Winkle, who gives it back to Maloney. Maloney goes through 2 defenders. Kicks it over to Franklin, who gives it to Winkle. Gives it to Maloney, who gives it to Franklin. Franklin pulls back a little. He's going to spin, gives it to Murphy, who gives it back to Franklin. Tries to get it to Krudoff. He does regain the ball. It's given to Winkle, back to Krudoff. Krudoff over to Franklin. Franklin now gives it over to Winkle. Winkle calls out a play. He finds Maloney. Maloney's gonna go. He picks up his dribble, finds Franklin. Franklin forced to dribble as he didn't quite have his footing when he catches the ball. Franklin's gonna drive into the lane. It's tipped out of his hands. He regains it. He shoots the 2, no good. Rebounded by Maloney. Maloney launches over to Krudoff out at the 3. Good save by Maloney. It finds its way to Franklin's hands. Franklin picks it up, passes to Winkle. Winkle spins out of a attempted steal, goes up for 2, no good. It is rebounded by Gross. Gross gives it to Small. Small with the ball now. He goes and tries to drive. They're going to get him for a travel. There were 3 or 4 steps taken. Jackson checks into the game for Smith. Franklin with the ball. He inbounds it, attempted to inbound it to Winkle. It's out of bounds. A little too much on it. Kurt checks into the game for the Ramblers. Maloney comes out. It's Aggie ball underneath their hoop. Small with the ball. He inbounds it to Krudoff, who gives it to Winkle. Going the Rambler direction. Winkle double teamed on the sideline, finds Murphy, who gives it to Franklin. Franklin down low to Kurt. Kurt gives it back to Franklin. Franklin's gonna shoot the 3. His 3 is no good. Rebounded by Zucker. Zucker's gonna go down the court. They're gonna get a foul. Kurt helps him out. They called the foul on 32 Kurt. Well, I saw 22 and heard 22, so I was a bit confused. Free throw goes up, and it's good. Kurt now takes it out, gives it to Franklin. Tipped out of bounds by an Aggie. It's going to stay with the Ramblers. He inbounds to Winkle. Winkle loses the ball. Small's going to go up for 2. His 2 is good. They're going to apply pressure now. It's inbounded to Krudoff, who gives it to Franklin. Franklin loses the ball. It finds its way into Small's hands again. He's going to go up for 2 again, and it's good. Franklin with the ball. Inbounds to Kurt. Kurt back to Franklin. Franklin now. He's going to find Winkle. Winkle with the ball up top, pulls back. Gives it to Kurt. Kurt gives it to, tried to give it to Murphy. Too late of a pass. Small saw it, intercepted it, goes up for the 2, and it falls again. Rambler timeout, a couple too many fast breaks in a row. They're going to have subs coming in after this timeout. It's snack time, brought to you by Little Town Jerky. Subs in for the Ramblers, you have Coochie and Havercamp and Skierbeck. It looks like Franklin and Murphy stay in. Coochie takes it out, inbounds it to Havercamp. He slows down, works the press a little. Gets over half court, has to watch it. He was a little close there. Skierbeck with the ball now. He goes, drives. Good defense played by Locke. Forces Skierbeck out of bounds. Gross checks into the game for the Beal City Aggies. Locke comes out. Small with the ball. He's going to drive past Coochie, go up for two. His two is good. Murphy with the ball. Passed into Small. Small's going to go up for two again. No good. Rebounded by Gross? Yes, by Gross, and his shot is good. Out of bounds. Timeout called. Ramblers starting to be a little sloppy with the ball. It looks like Hamilton's checking into the game for the Ramblers. What started out with a massive lead is now only a lead by 5 for the Ramblers. McBain ball underneath Aggie basket. Brunick, looks like all the starters are back in the game. Brunick takes the ball out. Both Rodenbaugh and Havercamp are covered, but Rodenbaugh finds an opening and is inbounded the ball. He passes long to Havercamp. Havercamp gets the ball, keeps his pivot foot, starts to dribble. Guarded intensely by Small, finds Pollington. Pollington to Rodenbaugh, kicks it out to Brunick, who gives it to Pollington. Pollington for three. Three is no good. Rebounded by Havercamp. Havercamp's going to take it back out to the three. Gives it to Rodenbaugh, who passes to Brunick. Brunick looks, he finds Pollington. Pollington now with the ball, he dribbles around the top, gives it to Hamilton. Hamilton looks. Rodenbaugh was wide open, but Hamilton chose to dribble, and a foul was called on Walcott, his first, team's first of the quarter. Aggie timeout, full timeout. Rambler ball. Rodenbaugh takes it out. Rodenbaugh inbounds to Haverkamp. Haverkamp to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh now with the ball. He finds Hamilton. It's deflected, but it finds its way back to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh gives it to Hamilton this time. Handed off to Haverkamp. They're going to get a foul on Smith. His third, team's second of the quarter. Elias checks into the game. Walcott comes out for the Aggies. Rodenbaugh with the ball. Inbounds long to Haverkamp. Haverkamp's going to have to take it over half court now. Gives it to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh's going to shoot the three. His three is no good. Rebounded by Zucker. Zucker's going to go flying down the court, turn around. Zucker gives it over to Small. Small gives it to Smith. Smith brings it around, finds Gross. Gross looks to pass. Finds Zucker. Zucker's going to kick out to Elias. Elias shoots the two, no good. Rebounded by Pollington. Pollington gives it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp's going to go all the way up. Foul's called on number 22, his fourth, team's third. Rambler ball underneath their own basket. Haverkamp looking to inbound. Inbounds long to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh kicks it back to Haverkamp. Haverkamp's going to bring it around the top. They're going to get a foul on Locke. It's going to supposedly send Haverkamp to the line. Should be the team. Nope, that's the team's fourth. Never mind. That was Locke's first. Inbounded to Haverkamp. Haverkamp hands off to Rodenbaugh. Scuffle for the ball. It ends up in an Aggie's hand. Small with the ball. Passes way down to Gross. Gross looks to go up. Too many defenders. Small with ball. Gives it to Gross. Gross back to Small. Small all the way around to Elias. Elias shoots the three. His three is no good. Rebounded off a lot of hands, but finds its way into Haverkamp's. It was knocked out, but it was out of bounds when it landed, so it's going to stay with the Ramblers. That gives them, the Aggies, a second to set up a press. It's inbounded long to Pollington. They're going to get a foul on Elias. That will send Pollington to the line. That is Elias's fourth. With a minute and 36 seconds left in the game, the Ramblers are in bonus. Pollington's first free throw, no good. Subs coming in. Zucker and Smith for Locke and Jackson. Some shifting around. Pollington's second free throw is up and also no good. Rebounded by Elias. It finds its way to Zucker's hands. Three is blocked by Haverkamp. Thrown all the way down. Haverkamp goes up for two, got fouled. He's gonna go to the line for two, excuse me. And foul was called on number 20, Small. His third. Team sixth. Haverkamp's first free throw is no good. Second free throw's up and good. Gross takes it out, inbounds it to Small. Gives it to Smith. Smith's gonna give it to Zucker in the corner. Zucker's gonna drive baseline, goes up for 2. They're gonna call a foul and 1. Foul was called on Rodenbaugh, his first, team's 4th. Sub comes in. Lock for Elias for the Aggies. His free throw is good. Brunick inbounds to Haverkamp. Haverkamp double teamed. Makes it over the line anyway. He's going to go all the way down to the corner. He picks up his dribble. He's got 2 people on him. It's stolen. Gets its way to Small. Late whistle, but they're going to call the Aggies out of bounds. So it's Rambler ball. Gross taking his sweet old time walking down the court with the ball. Rodenbaugh with the ball now underneath the basket, finds Brunick. Brunick launches over to Hamilton. Hamilton tries to give it to Pollington. It's stolen. Smith goes up for 2. His 2 is good. Hamilton out of bounds with the ball now, gives it to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh dribbles, gives it to Hamilton. They're going to call a foul on Small. That is his 4th, team 7th. Aggies now with 4 players at 4 fouls. Smith, Small, and Elias. Rodenbaugh's first free throw was good. Rodenbaugh's second free throw's up and also good. Lock inbounds to Small. Gives it to Smith. Smith loses his ball, gives it to Gross. Gross gives it to Locke. Locke to Small. Small goes and dribbles around. He's going to give it to Gross. Gross is going to shoot the 3. The 3 is long, rebounded by Rodenbaugh, and they're going to get a foul. I believe on number 44. Yep, on Locke. Tried to reach around Rodenbaugh to grab a rebound. Can't exactly hug people in the game of basketball. Rodenbaugh's going to go to the line for 2 again. First free throw is good. That puts Rodenbaugh at 22 points on the night. Second free throw's up and also good. 23 points now. Small with the ball, 25 seconds left in the game. Hands off to Smith. Smith's going to drive into the lane. He passes down to Gross. Gross goes up for 2 and it falls. We're going to get an Aggie timeout. Full timeout. 15.9 seconds left. You have your McBain Ramblers at 50, your Aggies at 47. What was a massive lead got dwindled down to just 3. All the Aggies have to do is make a 3 in this little short time, and that could put us into overtime. .9 seconds left for the Aggies to try and make something happen. Trenton Brunick getting told that he can run the baseline because the last shot was made, so he can move. Timeout was called? Yeah, timeout was called. Brunick called a timeout. Full timeout. Aggies only taking up 10 seconds of that. They're already on their way to a breakdown. Ramblers with no timeouts left. Brunick getting told he can once again run the baseline. Inbounds at the Rodenbaugh. They're going to get a foul. Rodenbaugh's going to go to the line. Foul was called on Small. That's his 5th. Small will be coming out of the game. Jackson will be checking in. Rodenbaugh's first free throw is in and out, no good. 13.5 seconds left in the game. Second free throw's up and good. Subs in, we have Gross for lock. Ramblers really going to have to lock in on defense in these last 13.5 seconds. Can't really have any shots put up by the Aggies. Smith's just going to bring it right down. He's going to drive all the way in. He goes up for 2 and it falls. That dwindles down the lead to 2. Rodenbaugh passes into Brunick. Brunick's going to hold the ball and they're going to get a foul. Brunick's going to go to the line for 2. Foul's called on Smith. That's his 5th, 2 as well, I believe. So they're going to send in Butler. Foul was not called on who I thought it was. Foul was called on Gross. That would only be his 3rd. Butler's still chucking into the game, though. Brunick's first free throw is up, in and out as well. No good. Butler and Elias check into the game for Walcott and Zucker. Never mind, not Zucker. Jackson. Second free throw goes up, and it's good. Gross inbounds to Smith. Smith's going to drive. He goes up for the long 3, no good, and that puts an end to the JV boys game. Ramblers versus Aggies. Final score was 52-49. Stay tuned with us. Next up, we have the varsity boys, Ramblers versus Aggies. See you then.
If you're looking to settle down in beautiful Central Michigan, look no further than Arrow Homes. Family owned and operated since 1972, Arrow Homes offers an innovative process of home construction that saves you money and time without sacrificing quality. Their top-of-the-line construction workers have 15 years of experience building homes. You can see some of their work on their website. They are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them at 231-328-4318 or in their website at arrowhomes.com.
The end of the game score will be, well, they turned off the final score, but I just know McBain won. I think it was 51 to 49. I'm pretty sure, but yes, as I said at halftime, it was a pretty exciting game towards the end. I mean, at the end, Beal City kind of had a little bit of a comeback, and they were trying to make their way up the court, scoring some points. They got really, really close to kind of getting the edge over McBain. Final stat lines will be Colton Haverkamp has scored a total of 7 points, was 5 of 8 on free throws, had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, and 3 fouls. Next is Drew Hamilton. He scored a total of 4 points, had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 2 turnovers. We got Trenton Brunick next with a total of 7 points, 3 of 4 on free throws, 5 rebounds, 1 turnover, and 3 fouls. Skylar Franklin had a decent game. He had 2 turnovers. On the finish for Thomas Maloney, had a total of 3 rebounds and 1 assist. Braden Winkle had a total of 1 steal, 2 turnovers. Brody Skierback had a total of 1 turnovers. Joshua had 1 foul. Landon Kurt had 1 rebound, 1 turnover, and 1 foul. Final stat, well, no, one of the better stat lines, Josh Rodenbaugh definitely won player of the game. Scored a total of 25 points. You hear that, Scouts? A total of 25 points. And went 5 of 6 on free throws and had a total of 8 rebounds, 3 steals, and 1 turnover. So he had a pretty good game. I mean, he's been having a consistently good amount of games for the past couple of games. I remember at Reed City, he scored 21 points, so we already beat his all-time scoring record. Well, his personal scoring record right there. And then the Kason Pollington had a total of 9 points, went 0 for 2 on free throws, had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and then Max Ealing had a total of 2 rebounds. And I mean, Max's rebound was pretty cool. One of them was. And that'll be the end of the JV basketball game against Beal City. Up next is the McBain varsity basketball versus varsity Beal City, and that game is going to probably be pretty exciting. We'll see you then.